What's going on, guys? Before I wrap it up for today, I just want to talk about one last fight on this card that really intrigues me. I'm not going to talk about the championship fight just because this fight has gone down 3 to 4 times already. So it's better to talk about a fight that a lot of people haven't even seen, that people are going to see for the first time. And it's got to be Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Besides the age, Adrian Yanez is 29, Rob Font is 35, 36. Everything else is pretty much identical between these two individuals, which is why this fight is going to be an interesting one. Both these guys are strikers. Both these guys are well-rounded mixed martial artists. Rob Font's got background in wrestling. He's got one of the best jabs in the bantamweight division and started making a name for himself after he defeated former champion Cody No Love Garbrandt. And then he went on and ended up getting on a pretty bad losing streak. I believe he has lost his last 2 fights against Jose Aldo, and he took a huge beating against Marlon Chito Vera. And then on the other hand, you've got Adrian Yanez, who is 5-0 in the UFC. 4 of those 5 wins have all been by knockout. And he's a young stud, man, 29 years of age, and he's come into the UFC, one of the best promotion in the whole entire world. He's been knocking out guys left and right in the bantamweight division. And he also got another knockout in the Contender Series as well. So he's basically 6-0 in the UFC with 5 of those wins coming by knockout. And he's just energetic. He's extremely fast. His boxing is just out of this world. And when you see his striking, it's just extremely crisp. He's extremely calm. And he doesn't get reckless at all. He did have that fight against Tony Kelly where he did get reckless because he went in there emotional. And I've talked about this in past videos that you can't go into a fight emotional because it leaves a lot of holes on your side to be exposed by the individual, by the fighter that you're going to be up against. Obviously, Rob Font is on a losing streak. He's trying to protect his number. Adrian Yanez is on the outside looking in of the top 10, and now he's going to be facing the number 6 guy in the world, Rob Font. Rob Font is he's no joke. He's no laughing matter. And this fight right here, it gives me chills. It gives me memories of Sugar Sean O'Malley, who was basically on the outside of the top 10. And I believe he might have been ranked 11 all the way to 13 around there, facing the number 1 ranked Peter Yan. And a lot of guys and a lot of fans out there thought it was absolutely crazy pushing this man. But if there's one thing about this division, it's that Cody Garbrandt wasn't even ranked at all. Not even ranked in the top 15 when he faced Dominic Cruz. He went from unranked to becoming champion. And the same thing can happen for many other people as well in this division. Like I said, people are jumping around like it's crazy. The rankings don't really matter when it comes to strength of competition because anyone in this division can be beat. Sean O'Malley has proven that, and Adrian Yanez also has a chance to prove that as well. And this fight can go so many different ways. It can go on the ground. It can be on the feet as well. But if there's one thing about Rob Font is that he likes to keep it on the feet. So does Adrian Yanez. So this fight is mostly going to be a striking affair for the most part. And I definitely see someone getting knocked out, someone going to sleep. And with Rob Font is that he's taken so much damage over the last couple of fights. He took a good amount of damage against Jose Aldo. And he also took a huge amount of damage against Marlon Vera. That fight could have been stopped plenty of times. He got rocked. He was cut really bad, and he just wasn't in the fight after he took one big hit against Marlon Chito Vera, and it was just a bloodbath after that. And as a result of taking that much damage, he took more than a year off from fighting to be able to focus on his life. He has a new baby girl with his fiance, and he's living life right now. And now he's back in Miami, basically where he grew up in the last 10 years, basically in Tampa, Florida, a couple hours away from Miami, about 4 or 5 hours away driving-wise, but he grew up in Florida for about 10 plus years. This is basically a homecoming for him, and he feels like he's in his backyard, so it gives him more motivation to go into this fight against Adrian Yanez from Texas to get the job done, but Adrian Yanez is not going to let that happen at all. The kid can wrestle, the kid can box, the kid can pour on the pressure, and Rob Font can't let Adrian Yanez pour on the pressure on him. Definitely don't let him back you up against the cage because that's where he's going to work the boxing. He's going to work the body all the way to the head and try to get that finishing blow in the first round because if there's one thing about Adrian is that he doesn't like to go the full 3 rounds. He doesn't like to go the full distance. He's only been to the distance once in his UFC career, and that was against Davy Grant. But there's one thing about Davy Grant is that you can never count him out. He's one of the best fighters out of England when it comes to his talent, and Adrian wasn't able to put him away, but it is what it is. You can't put anyone away or everyone away when you step inside that cage. You know, you're in the UFC. Each and every single fighter in there is in that organization for a reason. That's because they're the top of the world. So this is definitely going to be an interesting fight. I really do like it a lot. There's going to be a lot of high-paced action, a lot of energy from these two individuals. It's basically a crossroads if you think about it at the end of the day. Adrian Yanez is moving up, and Ralph Fon is moving down. Ralph Fon is in his late 30s, and Adrian Yanez is only going into his prime. He's not even in his 30s yet. 29, going into 30 pretty soon this year. So at the end of the day, who wants it more? That's going to be the main question. Who wants it more between these two individuals? Is it going to be the young stud Adrian Yanez, or is it going to be the veteran Ralph Fon, who's been with the UFC for many years? He's been with the New England Cartel, backing up his buddy Calvin Kattar for all those different fights. You know, this is going to be one of those fights where the fans are definitely going to be treated well. They're definitely going to like it a lot, and they're going to have a lot of oohs and moments in this fight, because the leather is going to crack, and we're going to hear a lot of those shots, especially from the big screen or whichever stream you guys are going to watch it from back home. If you ask me who's going to win this fight, I'm going to have to give it to Adrian Yanez just because he's on fire. But this is a tall task for him. Like I said, he's jumping the ladder when it comes to the rankings a lot. You know, he's on the outside of the top 10, about to face almost a top 5 guy, and Ralph Fon, ranked number 6 in the world. And if he can be able to get this fight, then it just opens up so many different doors for him in the near future, and possibly 2 more fights away after that from getting that title shot. And if there's one thing about Adrian Yanez, is that he lost his dad at a young age. His dad was absolutely everything to him. His dad helped him during the beginnings of his mixed martial arts career, and he promised his dad that if he ever were to be able to get into the UFC, he'd take that contract and take it to his gravesite to show his father. He won his fight in the Contender Series. He got the knockout early in the first round. He got that contract and took it to his father. His father is his motivation. He continues to be his motivation till this day, and that motivation has gotten him so far right now. He's getting closer and closer to being able to get that title shot, but he has to be tested by a true veteran first, and that veteran is Ralph Fon. And Ralph Fon is definitely not going to take lightly to a young kid trying to go in there and take his spot. Ralph Fon's trying to go in and try to get his title shot. He's only a couple more fights away as well, you know what I mean? He's only lost to the best of the division. Marlon Chito Vera, who just lost to Cody Sandhagen, who was looking towards that title shot, but he won't be getting it anytime soon as a result of that loss. And Jose Aldo, who was a former title challenger in the bantamweight division. So this fight is going to be a good one. I can't wait. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you ask me who's going to win once again, I got to go with Adrian Yanez. He's the young lion trying to take out the veteran wolf. You know, when a wolf meets a lion, you got to go with the lion in this. You got to go with the lion in this competition, guys. So appreciate you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy the fight. This one is definitely going to be a good one. It's on the main card. Both these guys have been on embedded, so I'm definitely glad that UFC has put both of them on embedded to see what they're up to and basically to check out the preparation before the fight. And I can't wait. Take it easy, guys. Stay blessed and stay safe. Later.